Magic tricks. Some tricks can generate really powerful illusions. But what happens if you can see through the trick? If you can see through the illusion? Then you go, I can see through the trick. I can see through the illusion. And then you'll be happier with your life because you can see through the illusion. The biggest illusion is life. With this video, I hope you can all see through the illusion of life and to see the real you. The mind creates reality. Everything is empty. Now, to prove that everything I say in this video is true, I will be using facts. For example, 2 plus 2 is 4. Is there any other answer for it? No, there isn't. Therefore, this is a fact or truth. Now, you can believe that this is the answer, or you can deny this and say that this is wrong. You can say that this is totally ridiculous and it is not the answer. But no matter what you do, no matter what you say, this is a fact, it is truth. Do you agree? Yes? Okay, cool. Let's move on. Epiphany. An epiphany is when you have an idea or a powerful realization, like, oh, I see, that's how it is. You will have quite a few epiphanies in this video. The point is, you take these epiphanies and you apply them when you're at work, school, home, or wherever you are. Just take these epiphanies and use them, because these epiphanies pierces through the illusion of life. Okay, now I will begin this video. Number 1. Everything exists only by name. This is a pen. If I call this an apple, what is it? It's still a pen. If I gave it a label shirt, what is it? It's still a pen. I can call it X or Y. No matter what I call it, it doesn't change the item. Names and labels mean nothing. They are just words, no value at all, worthless words. They are just name tags to identify objects. I can give this any label, any name, no matter what I call it, it is still this object. Can you see how names mean nothing? This is a typical room. Everything here is just objects. Okay, we know that, it's just objects. We got a phone, picture, bed, lamp, table, chair, etc., etc. These are just names, they mean nothing. I can call it a thing, flowers, horse, car, clothes, phone, name. I can call these anything. They're just objects. Okay, we get the point. Everything is just an object. Okay, we get it. Just an object. Alright then, here's the first illusion. Everything exists only by name or label. America doesn't exist. Think about it. Does America really exist? It's just a word, it's just a label. America doesn't really exist. Europe doesn't exist. Africa doesn't exist. Asia doesn't really exist. These are just labels for places. Places don't exist. So states don't exist at all. Countries don't exist. Towns don't exist. Cities don't exist. These are just words. Does a city really exist? No, it doesn't. But however, let's look into this word city. What is in a city? Okay, we got buildings. Oh, but what's a building? It's just an object again. We got stores. Objects again. We got streetlights, roads. These are just objects again. We got houses. Objects again. places don't exist. That is the first illusion. Okay, now let's take this one step further. Activities don't really exist. Sports doesn't really exist. Basketball doesn't really exist. Soccer doesn't really exist. Football doesn't exist. These are just words, just labels for activities. Games don't really exist. Again, just a word. And the ultimate goal is language. Language is a big illusion. Words are just used as words for communication. Every word that I am saying right now are just words used as symbols. They mean nothing. Language is a big illusion. See through the illusion of language. And once you can see through the illusion of language, you'll come to see that activities don't really exist, places don't really exist, everything comes down to objects. Every object is empty. Everything can break down into smaller things. You have a big box, and then there's a small box, and then there's a smaller box, and then if you zoom in, everything can break down into dust or powder. And then dust or powder breaks down into molecules, and then molecules breaks down into atoms. Here's a fact. Atoms are 99.9999% empty space. Therefore, you can say an atom is basically 100% empty space. Or you can say an atom is pure empty space. An atom is empty. And if an atom is empty, then a molecule must be empty because it's made up of atoms. Then you can say dust or powder is empty because it is made up of atoms as well. Then if powder or dust is empty, then we can say this pen or this object is empty because it can be broken down into dust or powder, which is empty. Or we can say that this pen or this object is empty because it is made up of billions and billions of atoms, which are basically 100% empty space. This object is empty. And if that object is empty, then every object and everything you see is empty. These buildings are empty. You walk into a store, everything you see is empty. You go to a mall, everything you see are just objects. They are empty. People are empty. Yes, we break down into particles too, right? So yeah, we are empty. People are empty, and every person you see is empty. Everything is empty. Alright, now let's recap everything we've covered. See through the illusion of language. Words are just used as words. They do nothing. Places don't exist. Activities don't exist. Everything is just an object with a label. Every object is empty because atoms are 99.9999% empty space. Okay, so what? Everything is empty, so what? Who cares? What is so significant about everything being empty? Close your eyes right now. Do you see all of those colorful pixelating dots? Or close your eyes right now and press against your eyelids. Do you see all of those dots similar to the dots on a television screen? And it looks something like this? These are called phosphenes. Now I'm sure at one point in all of your lives you have wondered, what are these pixelating dots? What do they do? Why are they here? Prepare to be mind blown, because this is the illusion in life. When you close your eyes, you see all of those pixelating dots. But when you open your eyes, where do they go? Let me ask you again, when you open your eyes, where do all of those dots go? Okay, so when you close your eyes, you see all of those dots. The truth is, when you open your eyes, all of those dots are still there. They don't go anywhere. How come we can't see the dots then? Because everything is empty, they are also made up of these pixelating dots. So a pen actually looks like this, and a broom actually looks like this. When you open your eyes, all of those dots are still there. A pen is made up of a bunch of colorful dots as well, and what happens is these dots connect like a puzzle. And that's how you get image. Let me recap. When your eyes are open, you see all of these pixelating dots. Because every object is empty, they are also made up of these pixelating dots. And what happens is all of these dots connect like a puzzle. And that's how you get image. So the truth is, everyone looks like pure staticky pixelating dots. This is what it looks like when your eyes are closed. And when you open your eyes, all of the dots connect like a puzzle. And then you get what you see. This is the illusion in life. This is what everything really is. And that's the illusion in life. Nothing is real. A pen really looks like this. Can you say it's real? A room looks like this. Can you say it's real? People look like this. Unstable pixelating dots. So can you say people are real? No, you cannot. Life is like a drop of water, and you are inside of it. And everything around you is just an illusion, like a mirage. Nothing is real. And if nothing is real, then there is no reality. You create reality. If the truth is we're just empty beings that look like pure static, what are we then? We are just pure consciousness inside of a container, inside of a vessel, inside of a body. The body is not you. You are the pure consciousness inside of the container. And you have the 5 senses, feelings, and thoughts. The container is empty. It is not you. This is you, the consciousness within. You are infinite. No birth and no death. The body or the container has birth and death. But don't worry, that's not you. Why did evolution stop? It didn't. Human beings can evolve into something called an enlightened being. Human being, enlightened being. Human being versus an enlightened being. Let's see the difference. An enlightened being is still a human being. However, he or she has unlocked all 7 chakras. No, I am not talking about pressure points. Every human being has 7 chakra systems, and whether you unlock them or not influences if you're enlightened or not. Unlocked the third eye. The third eye is the 6th chakra in your body. It is insanely powerful if you can unlock it. It will guide you everywhere. Peaceful and loving. You will be more peaceful and loving because you would understand fully that this video is true. Now I said you are the consciousness within the body. You are infinite, no birth and no death. I repeat, no birth and no death. I'll prove it. Go to your bed. Lie down in any comfortable position. Stay still for 20 minutes. Freeze your whole body. Keep your whole body stiff but relaxed at the same time. Release all tensions in your body and do not move at all. Do not move any muscles at all. Do not move your feet, legs, hands, body, and most importantly, do not move any facial muscles. Do not move your mouth, cheeks, eyebrows, and eyelids. Just relax your whole body and keep breathing. After holding this relaxing, comfortable position for around 20 minutes, you'll feel your heart beat. These heartbeats are unique. They will feel lovely. And then, if you can stay still and relaxed throughout these heartbeats, you'll suddenly feel something so good. Something much stronger than an orgasm running throughout your whole body, and then bam, you'll astral project. That's all it takes. Laying in bed, staying still for 20 minutes without moving any part of your body, and then you can astral project. And from then on, you can fly around, but most importantly, there will be a string that pulls you straight up to the divine, to the cosmos, heaven, or whatever you call it. You'll get pulled up to where everyone came from and where everyone will go to. And from then on, all of your questions will be answered. If you don't want to try it, it's okay. Just believe everything in this video. See through the illusion of life. You are divine. Live with more love, happiness, and joy. You are the universe. How do you know if something is real? The only time things become real is when you touch it or when you feel it. For example, if you're sitting in a chair, the only thing that exists is a chair because when you touch it, the chair materializes and becomes real. If you're drinking a cup of coffee, then the only thing that's real is the cup of coffee because you're touching it. The object only exists when you touch it or make contact with it. Because when you touch the object materializes and gives you a certain feeling or texture. But even then, the feeling or texture is also empty. For example, if you are touching two different objects, they may feel like two different things, but they are actually the same thing. It's just the sensation of the fingertips being used. You can take this concept and apply it to all of the five senses and come to see that the five senses are empty. For example, everything you eat may taste differently, but they are all the same thing. It's the sensation of the tongue being used. Everything may smell differently, but in truth, they all smell the same. It's the sensation of the nose being used. And then take this concept and apply it to the rest of the five senses. Feelings are also empty as well. So what are you afraid of? There's nothing to be worried about. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do that 3 times. Do you feel that sudden burst of energy? It feels good, right? You're suddenly more aware and have more energy. Use this technique. That burst of energy you just harnessed is called Qi. Qi is also known as cosmic energy, and the color is purple. It is the same color as the 6th chakra or the 3rd eye. Benefits of being enlightened. Higher energy level. You will naturally have more higher energy because when your 6th and 7th chakra opens, you can gather in more Qi or cosmic energy. Insight into past life. Remember, you are just the pure consciousness inside of a container, and when you're enlightened, you can have insight into your past lives and know who you really are. Know your purpose in life. If you are lost or confused, when you're enlightened, you will definitely know your purpose in life. Being one with God, divine beings, or spiritual beings. Yes, they are real. Psychic abilities. Yes, you can have psychic abilities when you're enlightened. These are just some of the benefits of being enlightened, but there are many, many more benefits to being enlightened. And now, I will finish this video off with, start your path to enlightenment today. You'll be happier.